I have a few things to do. I need to get to the tower to set up a base of operations. That's the first goal. It's way too handy not to have it. So the skin granny has to be the first to go. Then I need to take care of Vaultiel and the tormented one. Both of these guys, I don't really see them as being much of a challenge, to be honest. After that, I need to get the ancient key thing, and then I'm set up for the endings. Also need the second book of enlightenment from the Grand Hall, so I'll get that as well. I think these two books will become very useful in getting these endings with ease. If you missed any of the previous videos for Fear and Hunger, I'll link the playlist down below, but for now, let's begin. First things first, let's head to the flashback. The ghost at least attacks right by the save now, so I should be able to get the sword purified every time. Made it to the flashback rather easily, and time to check in on the boys. Hello you two, how are the kids? Good, good. Hi Pocket Cat, eating a child today are we? Good, good. Enki, my best friend. You cough. Cough. As always, a lovely chap. Unforgivable. Okay, it's time for round 2. Nice, I kill her. Oh, but she killed Legarde. Okay, this time we take her down. This time, she is no match for Nashrah's mighty headbutt. Finally, okay, I have a base of operations and I save. Nice. Oh, thank God, I thought I made a mistake saving while Das was infected. But I still at least have a green herb, so yeah, that was almost tragic. My next goal is Vaultiel, because he is a pushover fight and there are books there that I could possibly learn healing whispers from. On my way there, I find a merchant who sells me much needed soul stones and elixirs of body and mind, which I honestly think I'll need if I have to fight Sylvian again. Almost at the library now, and Nashrah says, there is a hidden laboratory located in the back alleys of this city. Wait, that's the one where I made the husk, right? Just south from here. There I can finally return my body and my strength. I ask him what's going to happen to me after that, because, you know, I want to know if he's still going to be in my party. At least if he has a body, that's awesome, because then I can equip him with gear. What's going to happen to me, you ask? What are you, a little girl? I'll crush you if I feel like it. That's what's going to happen. God, everyone in this game is so nice to me all the time. Gotta love it. Nice, I made it to the library without a scratch. Okay, let's use the screenshot I took ages ago to solve this puzzle. I'm really glad I kept this. When I get close to the fight, Nashrah says, Vaultiel, the enlightened one is looming there in the darkness. He is a miserable worm. Let's destroy him. You hear that, Vaultiel? You are a miserable worm. Vaultiel, your time at the Grand Library and Mahara has come to an end. I'll take back what rightfully belongs to me. Slitting your mush of a brain is as easy as sacrificing a newborn to your false idols. Yeah, you tell him, girl. I fight him and yeah, he's still a pushover and the fight ends quite quickly. Man, you suck. Okay, now I need to get the second guaranteed book of enlightenment, so I go and talk to the gods. Oh, and Nashrah's entered here as well. Interesting. Okay, that actually lines up pretty well, so I ask about Nashrah.
Nashrah, the previous new god who held the libraries as his own after the Great Vaultiel.
So I was confused about what Vaultiel or Betel is, and it's a new god and the creator of the Grand Libraries. So Nashrah inherited it from Vaultiel. Or Betel. It's interesting though, I might ask about him after this.
How Vaultiel fell for the pathetic tricks Nashrah pulled against him is a complete mystery to us. Nashrah was not content with what we have here, that miserable worm.
Oh wow, shots fired.
The old fool, his mind was weak, his body was weak, and most of all, he couldn't hold his own against the pressure this place has on people. Without reason, he used to sodomize everyone who stood in his way.
Oh wow. Although that actually kind of sounds like him. I don't know why I'm laughing about it. That's terrible.
That is how he desired to spend his days instead of the true godhood we have here.
Nashrah interrupts. Enough! That's more than enough, you filthy maggots. That is how I gave up my pathetic golden crown of the new gods? Are you kidding me? Maggots swimming in their own vomit. Nashrah spits on the ground aggressively.
You are still alive. Somewhat. Nashrah the Half-Man.
Nashrah the Half-Man from the east? Better half than crisp. And then Nashrah sets one of the gods on fire. That's awesome. So, this is what burnt gods smell like. Disgusting. Everything about your miserable existence reeks rotten. Nashrah spits on the crisp body of the new god. God damn, Nashrah is an awesome character. I'm glad I eventually got him. After this one question, it actually kicks me out, and I still get the Book of Enlightenment for that. But I get no further questions. Not to worry, that was well worth it. Okay, time to find the secret lab again for the husk I need for the tormented one. And nice, I find the hole to jump in pretty soon after. Okay, so that was the wrong hole. I didn't even know there were more. I just jumped down the first hole I saw. Wait, pause. Fine, that wasn't so hard anyway, so I go to kill Vaultiel again and head over to the gods for more questions. For my first question, I ask about the moon god.
Trickster God, also known as the Moon God, he is one of the last older gods to still observe mankind. He is a jealous kind. He would not share the godhood and the world order with humans and the new gods. He has many ploys to diminish our influence.
Ah, okay, so he refuses to make new gods under him and is actively trying to sabotage the current new gods because he thinks they are beneath him. Interesting. Milvan.
The new goddess, she believes in the endless potential of mankind, that anything can be within reach if you try hard enough. She is aware of the end of an era and is desperately looking for a way to continue her reign beyond her desired lifetime. She believes Legarde holds the key to eternal existence.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's why she and Legarde had the girl together, all part of the plan. Now that we know the girl's ending is canon at least, I'm really getting interested in the 3 apparent semi-canon endings I'm about to get. The Void.
How do you know about the Void? This is truly curious. The Void is... it is the other side of the coin, so to speak, if your world is the other side, that is. Some also call it the true Mahabra. It is a correct term in a sense, as that indeed is the place where the older gods were said to exist once upon a time. I'm afraid even our knowledge is limited when it comes to the Void. It is a place where ascension is finally possible. Thus, all of us have spent an eternity searching its empty corners.
So, is the Void essentially like this world's heaven? A place where you ascend to, but obviously only the people who get to ascend go to the Void, right? Interesting. Okay, now it's time for the lab. Like, for real this time. I'm going to sneak around this guy. He doesn't even know that there is another guy here. Oh shit. Oh my god, that was the dumbest way I've ever been caught so far. It's fine. I completely massacre Gordon Ramsay and move on. You're a joke, buddy.
It's Master Chef, not Master Bait.
I find another hole, and this time I can throw a stone down. Aha, okay, so this is the way that you know that you're at the correct one. Got it. Once I make it to the tank, Nashrah steps in. This is the tank. With this, I'll grow myself a new body and attain my lost strength. Nashrah bites his lip, and it starts to bleed. Then he lets some blood out to the water. The blood mixes with the water in the most bizarre ways. The red trail of blood slowly swirls to the middle of the tank. In the middle, the blood concentrates and slowly starts to grow mass. A human husk is fully grown. I forgot how miserable the technology was down here. Truly abysmal. This body cannot support my powers, not by a long shot. So there goes that plan. Well, forget it. Let's just murder the new gods with brute strength instead. I am Nashrah the Destroyer after all, the horror from the east, the plague of the modern times. Looks like your role continues, maggot. I ask, what do we do with the husk now, even though I know we are just going to use it for the tormented one? I certainly don't need it. I can create a proper body for myself elsewhere. Nice. Consent to completely torture and tear off the skin of this husk. Amazing news. I can't have this ugly husk around now, can I? Okay, plan B. Let me create a husk of myself. Perfect. On my way back, the ghost of the sword attacks me again. Oh yeah, I died the first time when purifying. I forgot. And then the second run, the ghost never actually appeared. So I purify the sword, and now it's time for the tormented one. I make it to the tormented one's palace, sacrifice the husk, and move to fight him. We proceed to absolutely slap the red off his body as if he is nothing. Now I need the white angel soul. And again, we bulldoze right over him and grab the soul. Yeah, lie there, buddy. Useless. Next up, we have to kill the nameless figurine and get the key from the future Francois, and then go to kill past Francois. Figurine fight goes so fast I mistake him for a fodder enemy. Oh, look at him lay down there. Are you gonna cry? Now let's go grab the key from Francois. Francois, you old shitworm. This is what you've become? Nashrah? How? I have no intentions of explaining a thing to your feeble ears. Oh, well, okay, let's grab the key in any case. Nice. I slapped the actual crap out of Francois while rage baiting him all the way. Okay, this was easy. Very easy. Let's do the challenging stuff now. Time for the void. As I approach the throne, Nashrah says, "This is the throne to ascend and become a new god. You could just sit there. Believe me, I've wanted nothing more when I first got here. But doing so won't change a thing. It would just start a new cycle that would eventually reach the very same conclusion. The choice is yours, of course. Do as you please." As I get closer to the throne, Legarde steps in. My god, just let me sit on the throne. This throne. This is the moment I've strived for. This is the moment I suffered for.
Legarde, what do you mean? You said before you couldn't remember.
Dos, you remember our talk about the path. You might not understand this yet, but this is it. The path.
I thought you said you couldn't remember anything.
In order to reach greater heights, to unify the land, to bring upon a new era, I need this power. The strength of kings and queens is not enough. I need more. Something that lasts beyond me.
Why would you look for power and justice in a place like this? Such pure virtues couldn't exist here. This place taints everything it touches.
Do you think any of the Grand Kingdom's history books speak or stand on pure foundations? They were all built on bloodshed and violence. But what if there was a way that wouldn't require thousands of soldiers on opposing sides shedding their lives? What if such a Grand Kingdom only required one soul to succumb to the darkness? Only one soul to be tainted?
Can anything so grand be built on rotten foundations?
You ridiculous self-indulging maggot! What are you even going to do with the power of the new gods? Are you trying to push a new world order? An order where the cruelties of the gods would only be a passage in the history books? You fool! That is not the path of the new gods. New gods, in fact, are just a creation of the rules of the old. They are there to guide mankind like cattle to the slaughtering grounds. I'm sick and tired of hearing about the old world order and the new world order. Order this and order that. Mankind is not meant for order. Our place is in chaos. Humans originate from chaos. It's 1 in a billion coincidence that we even exist. Why would you even try to control our existence and put it under an order? For mankind, mankind. To truly be free from the reign of the older gods, we must strive for chaos. What's the matter, you little bastard baby? Did I just crush your miserable worldview and beliefs? Just shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. That bastard. Okay, time for me to follow. Okay, I find Das pretty quickly, but I can't find Legarde or Nashrah. Did Legarde just leave the party permanently? I actually do find him standing naked on a cliff, but that's the way past Sylvian, right? And I saw myself as Ragnarvalda there as well. I scour this place and I'm pretty sure Nashrah didn't follow me either. Please let me know if he did and I just missed him somehow, but I have checked everywhere. Neither him nor Legarde can be found down here. Is it just the two of us? Okay, fine. I decide, okay, let's beat Sylvian. Just me and Das. We can do it. It can't be that hard. I'm much better at the game than I was in the past, so maybe. So, now, the 2 books of enlightenment come into play here. I save just before the Sylvian fight and enter battle, and I almost actually do it. But at the very end, Sylvian kills Das, then entangles me. I almost got all the tentacles. Oh yeah, and I got the tumor. I had 1 tentacle to go. The entangle ability is such a BM move, man. At least now I know it can be done. I try again and, again it was a good try, but the tumor kills Das and of course, like clockwork, I get entangled again. Was a good try nonetheless. This time I kill the 2 smaller tentacles first and then I focus the tumor. And that's the strat, it seems. It dies without ever attacking me and then I take out the last 2 big boy tentacles and now it's just about beating Sylvian down. Awesome. I did it with just 2 characters. That was awesome. Sahara from the south gives one last vigorous slash with his purified eastern sword and the trace god is down. Amazing. It's really nice to know that I've improved this much at a game that seemed so daunting at first. I smoke it down, eat and heal and use the 2nd book of enlightenment. Das is also alive, so this is the best possible outcome. I head up to Legarde in his birthday suit.
Legarde.
How long has it been? 100 years or so? Nah bro, like 5 to 10 minutes or so, my guy. What is he talking about? I ask him if he's found what he's looking for. I found something. They say Sylvian created us according to her own image. But what if there is a god only an abstract, whom we have made physical according to our own image? That would reverse our roles essentially. Or is there a god at all? It's something we as humans cannot rely on anymore. I don't know if you can ever understand my motivations truly, but this is something only I can go through with. I was always meant to go through with this. I did try to live my life otherwise, but it was all with no avail. Das, you know this. We've tried to make change for the longest time. To live is the same as to suffer. To survive, we need to find some meaning from all the suffering. The truth behind it all is the contrast. Without the suffering, there would be no bliss or paradise. It's my duty to craft paradise out of the miserable existence of human life. Only I can do it. I mean no harm to you. I am your god after all. To show how much I love you, I will release you from this darkness one way or another. If you kneel to me, I will let you out. Okay, so I'm assuming these 2 choices are the 2 endings. Got it. First, I choose to kneel. Yes, love your god. What a weirdo. Okay, you left the dungeons. Contrary to all common sense, you made it out alive. Your return to civilization would go without festivity. You were back to square one, essentially. Your long journey to the black gained you nothing. The only thing you brought with you was the better understanding of all the darkness this world hid beneath human eyes. Not a day would pass by that you didn't curse this knowledge. Just the idea drove you towards madness with each passing day. After several years living in seclusion, you started hearing rumors about the return of the Knights of the Midnight Sun and their now legendary captain Legarde. This man with a mysterious aura was unifying the Western world at a rapid rate. It's almost as if the gods themselves were on his side, choosing the right side of the coin at every possible turn. Eventually and inevitably, he was throned as the Yellow King, and he would bring prosperity to the Western world, the kind that had never been seen before. You were never fully convinced, however. The name Yellow King left you puzzled, and something about his campaigns gave you uncanny feelings. In your older days in the Kingdom of Rondon, you finally caught a glimpse of Legarde after multiple decades has gone by since you two departed your ways. You finally understood where the name Yellow King came from. Legarde still looked the same age, almost exactly like you remembered. The only difference was his sickly yellow skin covered by the dark green hue of the endless void. He was not human. This was not a man seeking the reins to themselves from the gods. This was something entirely different. And that's ending C2, the prophecy. Doesn't seem like that bad of an ending at all, actually. Everything seemed to turn out relatively well, considering. Also, Nashrah was no help. Great party member, at least I'll have him for the depth, so it's not a big deal. Okay, time for the second ending. You are not my god, Kahara said, aroused and ready. I don't know why I said that. I love you regardless. It's unconditional. It's unconditional, he says, and then he wants to beat my ass? What? The new god smiles with a radiating light. He has a snake body and head. Wait, a snake? Okay, so he's got a snake for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, let's kill the snake first. Summon asterisk. He summons a little weird floating golden thing that immediately casts healing whispers. Oh, he's trying his best to rub in the fact that I killed Ragnarvalda. Rest in peace, by the way, bros forever. Okay, I kill that floating thing, then the snake, and then I focus his body and he goes down. That was super easy. A lot of build up for nothing. Classic. You defeated Legarde, the prophesized one with the delusions of creating a new era with his godhood. After his defeat, you wake up outside the vile fortress that trapped you before. It all seems so hazy. Did all those events really happen? You can still smell all the blood and gore that seeps through the seams of the ancient stone walls of the dungeon. You can still feel the gaze of hundreds of past warriors sacrificed in the pools of blood now left to rot. You can still feel the pressure of the never-ending darkness that the underground caverns offered. Scarred for life, you run away from the dungeons. Hounds howl on your tracks, but you are way past fearing such small dangers that dwell under the sun. Horrors of the past never leave you alone, though. Every night you wake up from restless dreams where you are forever trapped in the bloody corridors of the dungeon. The dreams become more and more lifelike as time goes on, until you cannot tell the difference between the lucid dream and the real world. In the end, your fate was to dwell on these dungeons forever. And that's ending C, the Yellow King. Okay, that was a way more depressing ending. I prefer the other one where Legarde made the world a better and easier place to live. Legarde did actually have good intentions, it seems. He was actually willing to become a martyr for this world, one that would make it a better, safer place if he had his way. But I'm assuming because there is a second game, the good ending was not achieved. It feels nice that the game's lore is starting to crack open now. I'm starting to feel familiar with it. I'm going to fully understand the story at some point. You just wait. Okay, but it's time for the third ending now. I have to go set up in the depths again. I have my 2 books of enlightenment ready, so let's go. I quickly stop at the salmon snake to grab the soul before I head to the mouth, and the only thing that happens is I run into a night lurch that I promptly body like a storm bodying a human. I make it to the mouth, no issues, and use the book. And now that I've mastered this place, I basically speedrun it to the mountain of bodies, no issues at all. I smoke it down, heal, and feed everyone, and then I use the last book of enlightenment to be completely set up for the boss. It's time to begin the final ending. You take a look into the black. Yes! Grogaroth, you nasty, vile piss stain. This is the day. This is the day. Oh my god, Nashrah just got blown away completely. Nashrah burned into ash. I enter battle and again, Nashrah is not here. I get why I needed to bring him, but he is just no help for the endings. Crazy. An ancient and primal terror fills your mind and body. His design is incredible, except for he's got like these tiny little cute little wings that makes him seem much more cute than he is. He's also got a mouth where a mouth should be, but he's also got another mouth down there with the 2 eyes. Look at that little guy. Look at that guy. That guy is creepy. What are you doing? What are you gonna eat? Sorry. Anyway, his design is pretty cool. He's got these massive hulking arms. You can't even see the rest of his body, and for some reason he's got a load of eyes on his body. I mean, it looks really cool, to be honest. He casts something called Whispers of Grogaroth on Legarde, and it drains his mind. Then the number 5 pops up with a clock sound effect. Does this mean I have 5 rounds to win? Without knowing it, the timer for his demise has begun. Okay, so yes, a timer. I can attack his arms, torso, and then also the eyes on him. I'm assuming those are the priority this time since there are so many. One of the eyes attacks with a massive laser, and yeah, that is the confirmation I need. I need to kill these eyes ASAP. He also attacks Dars with his arms and takes off her arm. Oh wow, this is truly a destructive god. Get it? Legarde uses leg sweep and wow, it kills 3 eyes. Okay, nice. That's an amazing skill for this fight. Grogaroth then kills Dars and I go for his final eye and then the arm, but it misses on the arm. Great, so the torso it is. He proceeds to smack Kahara twice and that kills him. Great. I try again, this time leg sweeping him and then poisoning his torso. Dars loses both of her arms. Poor Dars. I also use red vials on his arms since they seem to be causing the most damage. And it works. Okay, red vials are way more handy than I thought. And then after that, I kill all his eyes and just proceed to pummel his torso. And then he goes down.
Why do you resist, human?
I just say because I want to know more.
Knowledge. Very well. However, with knowledge comes the consequences. The older gods, they do not even exist in this world anymore. The older gods are too pure for this world. They are the true forms of the feelings and ideas that linger in men. But humans, they are too tainted by their own mind and ambition to understand purity. This is the perfect shape of fear and destruction. Now take a look at the world you delve. Do you see that shape? The shape could never exist among men because the shape varies between every human. If you could truly see the shape everyone shares, it would shatter the individual mind and existence. Humans are weak. I can reveal the true form, glimpses of it.
I say yes. Your sanity declines at an alarming rate. You are grasping for breath desperately as the shock and horror shut down your bodily functions one by one. You feel terror run wild inside you. Despite being hardened by the horrors of the dungeon, nothing you've witnessed so far could have readied you for this primal feeling. You cannot operate in any way. Your body has to shut down as it is the only escape it can come up with when facing this older being. Your life runs past your eyes in a heartbeat. The biggest regret you have was to ever set foot in these dungeons. You now realize that the whole experience was predetermined since the very first second you laid your eyes on this ancient fortress. You never escaped the dungeons of fear and hunger. No one ever heard about you again. Without a trace, you vanished from this world. It's almost as if you fell out of the history books altogether. Your screams of terror never reached anyone. Your long quest only gave you hints about the greater scheme of things. You learned a fraction of the secrets the ancient world holds, but even that is more than what is meant for human ears. And that's ending B, the older one. Nice, we got them all. That wasn't actually so bad. Now, I know it must be very tempting to tell me which parts of those endings were canon and which parts weren't, but let me rather find out when I get to Terminal, please. It will be a much bigger surprise that way. I also just want to thank everyone for coming along for the journey so far. Next up are the 4 S endings that I have to get. Not sure how they will work yet, but they will be coming up next. I am very excited for the challenge. Thanks everyone for watching, and thank you so much for all the channel members, the donations, the people who subscribe, like, all that stuff is so much appreciated. I cannot put into enough words how much it all means to me. Thank you so, thank you so much. I'll see you all in the S ending videos. Cheers for now.